Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Well, let's get right over to the forecast with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Because Thomas, it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. And I'm sure a lot of people have plans this afternoon or this evening that they'll want to know the forecast for.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to you, Channing. I know we tried to dress for the occasion, you in red, and I got my pink tie today as well. Weather-wise, shouldn't be too bad. It is a bit on the cool side this morning, but hey, it is February after all. And really with temperatures in the 20s, that's pretty normal for this time of year. A little bit of frost on some of the rooftops there at Riverfront Park. Might be a bit of frost on your car's windshield if they're parked outside early on this morning. But otherwise, not really disturbing us too badly. Just cloudy and overcast over Spokane. Could have seen a few snow flurries over Coeur d'Alene, but still snow-covered roads over the mountain passes. So Lookout Pass and 4th of July Pass certainly getting the worst of it as of this morning. But even that activity should be slowly coming to an end. And don't worry, our temperatures will easily warm into the 30s from here.
Well, we are tracking some breaking news from overnight. Classes are now canceled at Michigan State University this morning after a shooter opened fire on campus last night. 3 people are dead and 5 more fighting for their lives. New this morning, police identified the suspect as 43-year-old Anthony McCrae. The gunman is now dead and investigators are now searching for a motive. So here's what we know so far. This shooting started just after 5 p.m. our time in East Lansing, where the university is located. 8 people were shot in an academic hall in a student union building. Local police there say the shooter is a 43-year-old man with no ties to the university. According to CBS News, the suspect shot and killed himself as he was confronted by police several miles off of campus. The university went into lockdown as some students ran to safety while others sheltered in place.
Scared. I was scared as I've ever been in my life. It was a normal day at work. IM East, reffing basketball, and then like that, it's like, hey, shutting everything down, turn off the lights.
They told us to lay down on the ground so we couldn't be seen, but there are still people crowded inside of that parking garage. I don't know where everyone is. I don't know where one of my friends are.
Authorities are not identifying the victims right now out of respect for the families. We do know that the FBI is assisting in this investigation as police work to find a motive. And this morning at a press conference, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she is vowing to take action.
We're all broken by an all too familiar feeling. Another place that is supposed to be about community and togetherness, shattered by bullets and bloodshed. We know this is a uniquely American problem.
All campus classes and activities are suspended for the next 2 days. Now, this is a developing situation that we're monitoring closely, and we will continue bringing you any updates this morning as we learn more. As we continue our Boomtown coverage throughout the week, one of Spokane's largest projects is now just a few months away from hosting Friday Night Lights. The Downtown Stadium has been years in the making and will serve as a multi-use venue. So KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is joining us live from the construction site right now. So Brandon, can you tell us what kind of impact this project will have on the community and on surrounding businesses?
Well, Channing, this is going to have a major impact on the community, and as you see some of the cranes moving large pieces of metal, nearby businesses have also noticed the growth with the construction in this downtown stadium, and it's something they're opening with welcome arms.
You could just tap right there.
Jolie Norris has dreamed of this for years.
Okay, separate checks, awesome.
Greeting customers as they walk through the doors of her very own restaurant in the city. That means everything to her.
Spokane is really my life.
Casa is the fulfillment of that vision Jolie has worked to create. Her newly opened business is just a few months old, but the location where they set up shop is something she thinks customers will truly appreciate, especially with its proximity to Riverfront Park and new projects being built.
There's so many cool things happening with the stadium, with the podium, events at the arena.
Those surroundings and the growth are something Jolie says she's excited about. Just yards away from the restaurant is a new sporting and entertainment venue that'll open this fall.
It comes together a lot faster than you think.
And while construction continues, the vision is already clear for Greg Forsyth.
Right below us is the center entrance tunnel. So this is where the soccer teams will walk out.
As the director of capital projects for Spokane Public Schools, Greg has watched the stadium turn from an idea to revamp Joe Albee back in 2015 into what's now being built downtown. The $37 million investment will eventually be able to occupy up to 12,000 people between the stands and field capacity. School and public facility officials anticipate the project will generate $11.4 million in positive annual economic impact.
So we're still on schedule of opening late September, early October. We won't make the first football games, but we'll certainly make some football games within the field this year.
High school football, concerts, and the United Soccer League will all be included in the stadium's usage. On top of that, Greg says the hope is that a more central downtown location will provide better access to parents and families who would like to attend sporting events.
We're excited for our families to be able to experience a game on Friday and then still go downtown and have a meal.
As for business owners like Julie, she's looking forward to new customers who may discover her restaurant before or after the events held at the stadium.
So I think all of us are a little bit better at our to-go game now.
She says experience from the podium and the arena have helped her get prepared for what's to come in the future.
And it's such a beautiful sign of growth, and I'm so excited to be a part of it.
So as for the parking situation here at the Downtown Stadium, the Public Facilities District estimates 2,500 parking spaces will be available within walking distance, and just right across the street, the former Value Village on Boom that has closed. That'll also be an additional 300 spaces that the Public Facilities District will operate. Reporting live in downtown Spokane, Brandon C. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Now, the Downtown Stadium is not the only sports venue that's getting a new life. Avista Stadium is set to undergo a multi-million-dollar renovation project. The facility needs to comply with new Major League Baseball requirements. The project will update the field, lighting, and dugouts. It's estimated to cost $22 million and needs to be completed by March of 2025. If not, the county could lose its MLB affiliation.
It'd be a shame to lose our team. I know that the Indians were not the ones that did this, right? That forced the changes. It was Major League Baseball. It's a competitive environment.
Spokane County owns Avista Stadium. In the current draft of the plans, the county will commit up to $8 million towards stadium improvements. Now tonight on the KREM 2 News at 6, we are continuing our Boomtown coverage about the difference in wages between Washington and Idaho, how it's impacting bordering businesses, and why Idaho's efforts to raise the minimum wage may fall short.
It's certainly even more difficult in Idaho to hire at the $7.25. So the natural workings of the labor market have already pushed these wages to be much closer together.
Who benefits from the border wage gap? We'll answer that question tonight on the KREM 2 News at 6.
And on this Valentine's Day morning, it is a little bit cooler today than it has been on the last couple mornings here, with temperatures largely in the 20s, and that's about 10 degrees colder compared to yesterday. On the Palouse, it was still in the 40s at this point yesterday, so anywhere between about 10 to 14 degrees colder in the past 24 hours. That was that cold front that moved through yesterday. But the clouds will depart this morning, leaving us with more sunshine this afternoon, and that will help to offset that temperature change. So we're still going to be in the upper 30s, maybe even low 40s in some locations across the inland northwest, which is only a couple degrees colder overall.